Hello there, gaming world. Strider back here, and I know I'm back in my PUBG lobby. What the heck's going on? I hear you ask, because last time I streamed, I was streaming about chess, and I was particularly looking into going into that a bit more intensely. So I did, and I've been applying the principles from the video that I was watching about those chess principles from Grandmaster Smirnov. Um, but yeah, anyway, chess is like another thing. I also have a life and I have friends, and unfortunately, a lot of my friends still play PUBG. Now, I do love PUBG. I don't want my video to seem as if I absolutely hate PUBG. That wouldn't be the truth at all. It would be the opposite of the truth. I absolutely love this first-person shooter game. Um, but how long it'll still be around, I do not know. It's going up on 9 years now for the game to have been out, um, and many things have improved in the game. Um, but we still get our fair share of bugs with every update, depending on your system and your hardware configuration as well, I suppose. But then the cheaters, right? So anyway, so today's video is I just decided to make this video at the spur of the moment. I try to ignore the cheaters. It's just the fact of life now. We have to play, and if you get killed by cheaters, just try and forget about it. Play another game, and hopefully you don't bump into them. Um, Very good thing that they've done is they've introduced a new mode in the game, and that is the duo ranked mode. That at the moment is a fairly good experience. I hope it remains like that. Squad ranked is still infested with cheaters as well, as is the normal lobbies pretty much. I would say though probably you're better off playing normals. Slightly less cheaters there, just like a guesstimate, I would say. But anyway, enough of me yapping on. I just want to give you that little update and the reason why I'm making this video. So the reason I'm making this video is because we had this particular bunch of cheaters, and I want to show you what that looked like and felt like. This is also just off of me, Strider, getting a 3-day ban on PUBG for cheating. Of course, I didn't cheat. But yeah, 3 days I was banned. I couldn't get access to my account, and I couldn't do the pass. I made the terrible mistake of spending money, putting money in Crafton's pockets for the black market pass, which in my opinion is actually the best pass that they produce. Only comes out once a year, I believe. So I bought it, and for 3 days I could not do anything to earn my contributions towards this pass, and lost a lot of value, a monetary value, from not having access. So I wasn't happy about that, you can imagine. I suspect the reason I was banned actually was because there's a new kind of cheat I've noticed, which is, well, there's a bug where you don't hear footsteps. That's one thing, but I think there is also actually people that are enabling some kind of cheat which removes all footsteps, all movement. Um, so no movement sound. And on the occasion where I've had to go in and report and then select other, because it's not one listed by Crafton. According to them, there are only about 4 types of cheats. Lol. Um, but anyway, and while I was typing there, no sound, blah blah blah, I started basically doing a plea in these little boxes, maybe a little salty plea, but a plea to Craft, and basically saying, guys, come on, please, you got to get these guys out of the game. You're ruining the game. This isn't fun. And after doing this like a couple of times, bumping into cheaters, I think they got fed up with me, so they banned me. So you can imagine my frustration as a loyal, long playing customer who also pays. I bought the game, I've bought multiple passes, and I'm more than happy to spend more money on this game should they, actually give a crap. But I don't think they do. They recently released yet another press statement about the dev letter, they call it, for the cheating situation. You may want to go read that, or I'll drop a link in the video description perhaps. But I don't know, 9 years, it feels like the 10th time that they've published such a letter. So yeah, you know, what can we do other than make videos like this? So I'm going to, without further ado, just walk you through this experience, and I want to show you how infuriating this is, not just because I was banned, not because this is the millionth or whatever cheater that I run into, but look at what these players are doing to the loyal fan base. So here we go. Okay, so first we have a player that dropped solo with us. Nothing terribly obvious here at the beginning, other than the fact that his name is, well, it contains what I like to call the classic swag characters, which is the dashed smiley face. Now here you can see he kind of zeroed on the enemy, although there is lots of footsteps to give information. So, you know, it's substantial, but if you couple that with the fact that his name is, again, oh yeah, Toc, and it's a swag smiley face and sick. But I do manage to finally take him down. So that was, up until this point, we didn't really suspect anything. It felt quite natural, although if we look at the following, so this player has actually, up until now, this player started suddenly moving directly towards one of my teammates. Again, if you just start from this point, it seems fairly natural, but I assure you, he runs up to the target here. Now, he sees, he was waiting for him, obviously. He fires at our teammate. He actually misses, and if you look here, he's aiming at the target, but the target's behind boxes. It's not a hittable target. And it's an ump, it does very little damage, but somehow he manages to knock our teammate with a 3 vest. He only hit the vest, by the way, with only a couple of bullets, and that through objects. So, I don't know, maybe a bit of desync? I don't know, but even the bullet count on the target, I would argue it's the delay in speed coupled with the cheats that have produced that. This guy was viewing the other teammate right through the wall. You could see there how he came up when the guy's head was displaying. He just pops off a shot and hits the head, which I'm not sure why I didn't get knocked immediately, because it is a bolt. Anyway, he gets that guy down. Now, another of this enemy team cheaters. You'll see this guy shooting at one of our other team. I think that's actually me he's shooting at. And I just took this back here because what you saw there was him. So I've taken this all the way back just to see you running up to this guy, or up to me. But he fires at me, and because I've got the X-rays on, you could actually see me. But I just want you to see how he can actually not see me because of bushes and other obstacles in the way. Before that, he's also focused on the enemy that's about to get knocked, as we just saw in the previous clip. Here we go. So turn it off, I think. No, he fires. I'm going to turn it off momentarily. There we go. Take it back a little bit. So that's rewatching the same thing again, just to see what does that look like without any X-ray. So let's see. There we go. So as you can see, absolutely no visible clue whatsoever. So without a shadow of a doubt, this second and third player have now been confirmed as wall cheating. The first one we saw had some kind of aim assist thing going on, but he also has walls. So there's 3 of them, as you could see there in the on the side. So they've now taken down 2 of the people of our team already. The reason I show this one is this guy that flashes here. He's going to grab that chip, and this is partially one of the reasons why I'm making this video, and I'll explain in a second. But first we're going to look at this third guy. Now look at him run up straight, boom boom, walling. He knows that he's going to look at that window, or you can see him over there. He runs straight up from behind the embankment, looks over the top, bang bang, another kind of aim assist. I don't know if it's an actual aim bot as in headshots, but definitely some kind of aim assist. And then now I'm the only one left here. So it's at this point that we basically realize 100% these guys are cheating. This was in game. So I decide to actually just run away, put as many obstacles between me and the cheaters. And you can see there how that guy was, you know, looking at me right through the obstacles directly onto my body. Blatant wall hacking. So these guys are using ESP. Now here we're coming back. You remember I said this guy flushed the one player behind the embankment. And I said this is one of the reasons I'm making the video. So what this guy actually did was, I thought he actually took a pickup or something. But because they know everything, because they're running these extra sensory perception, this ESP cheats, they know, you know, they know when people are coming nearer to them, they know when people are leaving, etc., etc. So this guy just cheekily gets up, runs with a chip. So he's taken the chip of our teammate, and he's now driving up to the dozens buildings that I've just encircled there, and he's going to dump the chip there. And in fact, later he drives on with a chip on him. So not only were these guys cheating, but they've you know, brought another level of toxicity by actually taking our chips and then driving it off the map to, you know, to the ends of the earth. So after a considerable amount of time passed, I decided I'm going to see if I can get our chips back. Now I hadn't realized the one had gone by now. This is around here where I start realizing what they've done to that chip. Now these guys were running away from military, but as soon as I started running into military, they stopped, turned around and started running back. Now I suspect, like I said, there must be some kind of proximity alert or something in their cheat software. So anyway, so they start heading straight back to me. The beautiful Talia, if this isn't enough for you, the beautiful Talia, well, here's one. He comes up to here, he's going to look. He knows I'm in that building. He swaps to his sniper momentarily. And it's kind of like, I don't know obviously what they were saying or what they were thinking, how they could mess with us. But he clearly knew I was there. His friend's a bit later. He comes running in now. And here's the telltale sign, because neither of these two had any visual confirmation of me being there. And as he comes up to the building, he immediately goes into like a crouching walk, slow walk. But I had, so you can see him slow walk, but I had actually heard him while I was busy retrieving the chip there off the body. So I knew that there was a guy on this side of this building. But obviously I'm being very, very careful because I cannot play as I would ordinarily play. I do not know where the second player is, and they have ESPs. So they have warnings, they have walls, and even some kind of aim assist. So I'm trying to keep in cover as much as I can, retrieve the chips, do a comeback, and just try and carry on with the game. Now, there we go. So now, as you can see, they're actually on both sides of me. They have an exact, you know, they know exactly where I am. I only have a vague idea where they are. Now, what happens here is one of my teammates that was spectating realized that they picked up one of the remaining chips, because I was going to go, it was at the nuclear silo there, and they started to pick it up. So that's our positioning. I'm just showing on the minimap there. They'd started picking it up and started running around with it, and that's why I had, you know, I could track the chip through the game interface. I could track where this one guy was running, and I knew he was baiting me. But that's all I had to work with. So I tried to pursue this guy. Now look where this player that was previously close to me, look how he snuck in here. And he's obviously using his walls and stuff to you know, update his friend exactly where I am, what I'm up to. He could shoot me at any moment. I mean, he could have killed me actually already by here. But this is their fun, okay? They're cheaters running the software, and they don't have enough balls to play against people without any of these cheats that they are running, because they would obviously get spanked. So they know they can't play like that. So this is me looking for this guy with a chip. I can see the chip on the minimap. My friends are just pinging. I'm just turned back to look because I know there's a second one. I know that they're setting me up for something. And boom, the guy headshots me from the back. But let's have a look at this headshot. So just going back here a little bit. Let's see. Here I'm running around the side there. I'll show you. So this was me looking for him, but let's get his perspective. That's his name. Yeah, so here we go. No X-ray, X-ray. So as I said, I mean, clear as day, these guys are cheating, right? And now he's going to use the hut as a barrier and look through the obstacle. Supposed to have a bit of boost in the blue. And there we go. And as you can see, clearly knows. And now look at the shot. Now that shot wasn't even exactly on my body, let alone my head. So there's definitely some kind of aimbot slash aim assist going on. So yeah, the entire team was cheating there. Not only were they cheating, I mean, since I came back to play, so I had a break for about a month. Since I came back to play because I want to be with my friends, we've run into, you know, at least 40-50% cheating lobbies. That's to say 4 or 5 out of every 10 games or lobbies have cheaters in them. So it's pretty horrific. What stood out for me about this one and absolutely saddened us was the fact that you know, these guys took the chips and drove it to the ends of Earth, and super toxic, right? Toxic, right? Yeah, just tying it up right back to the beginning of this video. So the very first person we saw was a guy called Tox, Swag Face, Sick, so Toxic. And obviously now one realizes he's friends with these guys. He was also cheating, and he was teaming with them. And yeah, they were definitely toxic. They managed to earn that title absolutely. But yeah, try to have a good game, Crafton. I don't know if there's anything you can do.